Hi everyone, welcome to TFT, Tarot for Today, Divine Dabblings with
Oberon
and me, Banshee. Oh shoot. Welcome to the show. I'm just screwing around here, don't mind me. Oh my goodness. Welcome to the show, everyone.
and Shadow makes a quick exit.
Who did? Oh, Shadow. Yeah, thanks, Shadow.
Hi, Libra.
I'm just trying to get everybody's questions before everybody else piles in, like Libra just did. Hi, Libra. Okay, so I am caught up pretty much. All right, so everybody in the chat is on the list. Jean, we've got you on the list, so welcome again. And, well, it's been crazy times, but hey, the good news is Mercury's going direct this week.
Hooray.
Rah-rah. We're all happy about that. That's for darn sure. At least in this household. All right. Today I'm going to use for the collective, get them out of here, the Liminal Forest one. For some reason I can't find my Seasons of the Witch Lammas Oracle. I'm still hunting that down, so I'll probably use that for much of the month of August. But we'll use this one today. Okay, why is that there? There. And now that you guys are in the room, I just want to remind everybody, the glitches have been happening. We get booted off sometimes of YouTube. We'll always come back and do the list in the order it was in. So if, by chance your reading gets cut off or something, come look for the follow-up live stream and we'll come back and do that.
Hi, Kara.
Hi, Kara. I'll get you on the list. Good to see everyone. All right. Mr. O will pick one at random because these are read upright to Mr. O. No reversals. What you got?
Potential.
Potential. That sounds nice.
Uh-huh.
Sounds positive. All right. Oops, nope. Huh. Is it really called potential?
Potential. What does that spell?
It's not in the book.
Well then, you can make it up.
How bizarre. I have not encountered that in
Here,
any
let me look while you blabber or something.
Yeah, go ahead.
Isn't this the one that had an update book?
No,
Okay.
it is not. I wonder if she mentioned something about this before, that it's really under something else or whatever. But I guess we're just going to use our intuition to give you a reading on this one, which, I usually take off from what I read, but I love to give the author credit. This is M.J. Cullinane, and usually she's pretty good about, her work, pretty exacting. But potential is just that. There's a potential inside of us all. We all have potentials, right? All have potential. But there may be something right now that is germinating that could develop into something if only you take it beyond the potential stage. You do something about it. You start giving it that nudge that it needs to take off and grow. So that's sort of where I'm at with this, is like right now, there's great potential around you. Like, for example, you might get a job opportunity or something like that. If it's something that's really worthwhile to you, you're not going to want to blow it off, are you? You're not going to want to let that die. So I think here, follow up on the things that look like potentials for positive developments in your life. Have anything you want to add to that?
Well, potentially.
Potentially.
This means that it's anyone's guess what it means.
I just think there's something out there. There's some potential available to you right now, but you have to grab it and run with it, basically. No clue on the card exactly, is there? There's light shining down. That could be the potential.
Right. Is it the crow's potential? Is it the fox's potential?
Ah, yeah, good point. I'm going to scour this book later, too, and look and see if maybe she had just decided to name it something else. And so there's no other card, like, for example, opportunity or something like that. So, but that's interesting. Yeah, the crow is, I don't know. I think it's the fox, actually, because the fox is in the light, but the crow is kind of moving towards that light. And so that's the point. Potential can shine its light on you, but are you going to absorb it? Are you going to do something with it? Are you going to take it in? So good luck with that. That's what we have for the collective. I don't need no stinking booklet, but I like to sometimes, of course, get the flavor of the creator's thing in the oracle decks. Absolutely. And even sometimes in the tarot, although I don't be reading the book to you, we look at the images and we get things off of that. All right. So, Kara came in after Libra. I've got you on the list now. And I will put the list out there. Lena is first.
And Lena says spirit reading
For love, spirit reading and love for the next 3 months. So I don't know how you want to do that. Is my reading about love, or do you want to keep it 3 cards? You can do whatever you want. It's up to you. Your deck.
Your reading.
Okay.
So is that a 2 and 2? What is it then?
No, I thought just like spirit readings. What's.
Okay, right. Got it. Thank you.
Suddenly I'm drawing a blank, but you kind of threw me there. What's the message from Spirit about the next 3 months? Why is it important? And where are things headed? Are you waiting for something?
Yeah, but it's never going to happen.
What?
It's okay. Alright, so the first card is the reversed 5 of Cups.
Well, that's interesting. So, Spirit is saying never give up hope. Things may seem slow, but, there are opportunities out there, Lena, for you in love in these next 3 months. And so you should try to do your best to seek them out. I think that this is showing signs that there could be some positive movement now.
It could be that things you thought were not possible or no longer possible may change, or it may feel like situations that you felt were really dreary or sad before maybe are seen to be changing, and the feeling of new hope coming back, or things feeling to improve emotional. So in other words, it just seems like maybe prospects do start to perk up or show up in this time period.
And I can't rule out that it could be somebody from your past even. I mean, that's a possibility with this card, so I have to mention that. So why is this important?
It's the Tower, and it's upright, and so it could be important because this could be saying that you will learn from maybe the previous time or situations that don't seem to construct well, or seem to not be founded on sturdy structures or foundations. And so this could be saying watch for that in the future. Try not to repeat mistakes you may have made before in this regard.
Well, yeah, this is a real interesting card in this position and in this reading. Why is this important? Because I think you have learned lessons from past failed relationships now, and maybe you have taken a lot of stuff in, and you're going to be more, careful in what you're trying to build for yourself in the future. And that, of course, has taken some time and effort. And, struggling through maybe perhaps some other failed or maybe relationships you hoped would happen that never have. And I really almost think this is not something like, it could indicate to me that ahead you have to expect that there may be some more learning experiences coming to you, absolutely, but maybe this is talking about what you've already been through.
Right, it's hard to say, and I didn't want to position it as totally as this is the future.
No.
But it is a possibility that in this time period, you may find that some of your work seems to be for naught or seems to have reversed itself. And it's just important to realize what you might learn from that.
So where are things headed in these 3 months? Where are things going? It's reversed?
Yeah, it's the reversed Eight of Wands.
Okay. Well, then in this 3 months' time, you've got to really focus your intent on what you want out of love and seek it out. I think opportunities are going to be there, but, don't scatter yourself or spread yourself too thin or just burn out on these hopes. You have to focus your attention, though, on what you truly desire and look for where the opportunities might be to attract them to you.
If things are kind of faltering because of the Tower's energies, then it's important to make sure you bring yourself back to the focus, back to the target, to continued consistency. That sometimes if we pull back totally, then that lack of consistency may not build our own will and self-determination to be a proponent or an advocate for our relationships or our situations.
And let's do the Lenormand here, which is kind of startling to me because it kind of does fit in with the Tower. Here's the first one, Mr. Earl.
And it's a tree, the tree, but it's also the cross.
Do you see what I mean? It kind of fits right in with the Tower.
Yeah.
And I kind of feel here, you'll have to, whatever happened to you in the past, Lena, like with the Tower and relationships or a relationship that fell apart, you have to let go of the grief or the, what's associated, the memories in a way, if they're haunting you, associated with that. The idea is to grow from this. The idea is to take in the lessons from this. That is why the tree is here as well. And the tree and the Tower, the Tower in its best aspect, which is upright, is that you learn from this. You learn from the mistakes and we move on. We don't dwell on them. We don't let them, cause us to put roadblocks in the way, whether deliberate or unconsciously, from achieving our goal.
I'm not sure if this is fair, but I'm pulling them together into one kind of gestalt here, and I'm wondering if this is saying that if in this time period you maybe are trying to focus on relationships that are over, that have really spent their time, that's the lessons you need to learn, that maybe it's time really to be looking at doing new things, to focus new, and find growth through that. Put the bad lessons that you're not learning or applying to the past, Lena. So good luck with that.
Hi, Love Lou and Country Love. I've got you on
guys.
the list. All right. Well, I think that's what we have for you, Lena. I think opportunities will surface, but you've got to put something out there to make them happen. When I think of the card that I just did for the collective, that Five of Cups reversed is saying There's potentials here in the next 3 months.
You're welcome, Lena.
But you have to do something to, encourage them to come to you. So good luck with that.
All right.
All right.
Those are mine.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. So we are on Jackie. Hi, Jackie wants an oracle read. I will get that for you. All right. Well, Jackie, did I use my Bibliophile deck for you yet? If not, I'd love to use it for you. It's a great little deck. And if I did, I'll use something else. All right. Get that out there.
I don't think we did. Jackie says she's not sure, and I don't think so, because it is pretty new for her.
Yeah.
She just got it.
And I don't know that you've asked for, an oracle read recently.
Yeah, so I think you'll get a little hoot out of this one.
Yeah. It's all about books.
Books.
And libraries. Two of our favorite things.
Excuse me. I'm a little tired, I think.
And this does have an upright and a reversed. So we'll see what we get.
Yes. Mr. O is finally retiring. August 1st is my last day at the public library I've been working at for nearly 6 years. And of course, I worked in a career position.
And we're going to party. And speaking of which, since everybody's here, there will be no happy hour on August 1st, Saturday, August 1st. That's his retirement day, and we're going to be partying hardy that day. So, and his last day on his job.
As much as, septuagenarians
So we'll be here next week, but the week following, we won't be here. So for happy hour.
All right.
All right. Wow, and look at you. Although it's reversed, Jackie, you didn't get a library, but you got a bookstore, but you got the bookstore cat reversed.
Oh, that's cute.
Well, what could this be? Now, upright, the keywords are...
Thank you, Zagino.
Thank you. The keywords are relaxation, coziness, and harmony. But of course, you've received it reversed, so let's see what it has for you. When reversed, this card symbolizes you may be worrying incessantly about something, turning it over and over in your mind, or overthinking instead of asking, what's the worst that could happen, consider the opposite. What's the best that could happen? And so, it's like maybe you're ruminating too much on something, and really, instead of worrying about, I'm usually very bad at this myself. I'm always thinking about the worst case scenarios of everything. But, sometimes we really need to pull ourselves out of that and think about the good possibilities that could come out of something. Why don't you throw those and let's see what they are. I see your little...
The bouquet.
Okay.
And the lady.
So the thing is that instead of, again, and look at that exactly says it. Instead of ruminating on maybe bad case scenarios, think of the positive here. There may be gifts that you may not realize from the way things are going in a situation. So it's kind of an interesting thing that we've got the bouquet there, because the bouquet is about gifts, the bouquet is about happiness. You will come out of this okay. So, it's almost like, in a way, I feel the message here is a little bit about like the Tarot 9 of Swords card, right?
Okay.
Because it's about ruminating and having all this anxiety. And when all is said and done and you finally deal with the issue, you feel a lot better and it turns out okay. Right?
Indeed. And I can't speak exactly to the bookstore cat. But with the Lenormand, I get the feeling like all of this is really saying this is a gift you bring to yourself in a way, however that occurs. This is the sense of joy you create in your own life or that you intend to.
I also think if you just relax into it, you are bringing it to yourself. If you just calm down, things will work out. And so whatever it is that maybe has been on your mind, haunting you a bit, it's time to relax into it now and let it go. Good luck with that.
So, Jean, does that mean that your name is French? I'm 1/4 French on my father's side.
All right.
All right, so Aries next.
Hey, you're welcome, Jackie.
You're welcome, Jackie.
All right.
Okay, just curious.
Yes, we've got Ari up, and I have the question.
Yeah, I see it here too.
Okay.
If I try to help my friend that works at Wendy's previous job to get a job at the new one, would they get hired, or would they still end up turning her down? Well, questions like that are interesting. Gajara, hi. Hello.
All right.
So if it does seem ambiguous or vague, we'll do a yes or no to get a better answer, perhaps.
All right, Garjiva, I will get you on the list. We still have room, so let's do that. And if you can't wait your turn, you can always come back, but we will do the reading in the order of the list.
All right, so here's those cards for Aries reading. Once again, will their friend get hired at the job that Aries now working at? Basically, that's the question. All right, so our first card is the High Priestess reversed. And then it's the Knight of Wands reversed. And it's the Lovers upright. So that's a little bit of a mixed bag, I think.
Yeah, it is a little bit of a mixed bag. What is... Oh, I see it there. That's fine. Oh, your cards are great for that. So I think, Harry, you got to make sure... Well, it's their choice, You're going to have to... Ultimately, it's up to them. I think that's the Lover's card. They're always going to do what's right for them, right? Or what they feel is right for them. Huh?
The employer?
Yes.
Okay.
The employer. And so... I would say here, because I see the Knight of Wands reversed and the High Priestess reversed, is think this through and how you're going to do it carefully. Think this through carefully. Don't try to push too hard. Just say, hey, I've worked with this, I don't know how you want to do it, but you could let them know. I know somebody's interested in applying here that I've worked with before, and, I can vouch for them and tell you they're a wonderful employee. But then kind of back off because, don't try to push it. They're going to make up their mind one way or another. That's the Lovers, and do what's right. They feel is right for them.
I think that the Knight of Wands is reversed because I think, like Banshee says, you can mention that you have a friend who's going to apply or something like that. But I think I would counsel my friend to say, you need to be as upfront, charismatic, confident as you can. That Knight of Wands is sort of saying that a person who doesn't make more of an advocacy for themselves may not be viewed the same. So if you're more interested in your friend getting that job than they may appear to be to your employer may feel like they're not really that interested. And you can trust me, this stuff does happen. Even in my older age, I had an employer who felt that just based on one little sort of silly thing I said, that I was no longer interested in my job, and I had to work at, convincing him that I was just being a little bit flip, So I feel that that's that Knight of Wands. I think the High Priestess reversed in this context could be saying, this is a common sense kind of thing. This is not about maybe hopes or wishes or intuition. This is going to be about really working towards that goal. And I agree with Banshee. The Lovers there ultimately says it's their choice.
I'm not sure about this combo. Here.
All right. And our tree friend has returned. Ooh.
Getting cut down.
The Scythe.
So I feel here you may learn, ultimately that they've made a different choice, or she didn't make the cut, if you pardon my expression there. But I mean, I'm looking at the, Scythe and just wondering about that, that she didn't make the cut, and that Ari will learn that.
Yeah, especially if you have a sense that this is a friend that, feels good enough to you to be considered, a family in a sense, or that you would want to bring them into the family of your workplace.
There's that, yeah.
It just sort of feels like they're not going to do as well just based on you helping them. I mean, I don't think it's a bad thing for you to do that, but they have to really be able to meet the challenge too. And good luck to them.
I wish them luck, and just because we said that doesn't mean you shouldn't try.
That's right.
But don't push it too hard, because that might turn off your employer. So handle it delicately, and good luck with that.
Good luck to you and your friend.
All right. Spirit Connections is up. And they...
General, what does Spirit want me to know?
Yep.
Alrighty.
Yep. All right. I brought out the Magic Food Pantry. Again, the Magic Pantry Tarot, just for fun. Because we're all down about food with this parasite going on in the U.S. and all. This deck is healthy food. Healthy food. No parasites allowed. Watch, the first card I pull will be lettuce, right?
No! I hope not.
Right.
And I love to eat salad. I tend to eat a lot of salad during the week, and I'm just going to cut back. I think a couple weeks of not eating salad is not going to hurt me that much. I might have a few traces of lettuce in the occasional sandwich, but I'm going to be pretty, strict about eating lettuce and salad.
Well, nuts to you, Mr. O. No, this is nuts, and it's the strength card reversed.
Alrighty.
And then we have thyme, which is
we're just doing it that way? What does Spirit want me to know?
Oh, I didn't think about that.
Okay.
You're right. Let's do that. So what does Spirit want you
So strength reversed.
to know? So this is a time where maybe you have to be aggressive in your approach to something. This is a time to maybe push the envelope on something a little bit. We told Ari to kind of chill, go a little easy and not be too aggressive. And in your case, Christine, maybe it's time to be a little bit more forceful about something.
Well, the strength card is always about, heartfelt matters in a way too. Maybe this is saying you're going to find a moment where somebody or something or even yourself Spirit wants you to know somebody needs some tough love. Somebody needs loving care, but handled in a pretty much, no, kiddo, you gotta get with the program kind of thing here. Now, of course, for you, maybe that could be, your child or somebody else in your environment where you kind of have to, read the room for them because maybe they're not able to do it for themselves. But I think that's what we're talking about here. Spirit wants you to realize that maybe you have to be a little bit serious with someone or something about this kind of approach.
Well, so why is that important? And I'll go back to what I said. The Eight of Wands is reversed here, and it's time. And I think why it's important in the case that I brought up, that you got to push on something a little bit harder, is that not necessarily a person, is that you need to really be focused here. You got to focus this pressure on what needs it most right now, or this push. Something needs a push from you. And maybe it's what Mr. O said, it's involving a person, but I'm worried here that, if you don't focus it directly on what is needed, then, or where it's needed, then, you could miss the mark.
Yeah, I think, either way, like I said, if it's about yourself or if it's about someone or some situation, you have to kind of push things back towards that focus. You have to maybe put a push there to say, okay, you had a little downtime, but now you need to readdress the issue or what like that. This could be about somebody who feels that maybe the target or the focus is gone and is no longer available. Maybe you see that that's not exactly true, and it's time to just really continue the consistency of moving that along, not giving up.
Don't let things distract you, just maintain your focus where it needs to be and the push where it needs to be. Well, and they're all reversed, but this one is not bad. It's where things are headed, and it is not lettuce. It's so meat and meat substitutes, which I guess could be, but it's cooked, so it's the Hierophant reversed. And the Hierophant reversed is just saying, you may have to, push things forth by in a different manner than maybe you're used to doing, I guess.
Yeah, it's almost like it's calling for a little bit of out-of-the-box thinking or doing something that's unconventional the way you normally might consider doing it.
Right. It may need a push from you, but how you do it matters. And so maybe you need to give this a bit of thought, because probably you're confused too as to what this could be about. I sense it could be about work. It could be, finding a job or work. It could be about martial arts. It could be about, whatever you feel needs some extra energy right now in your life and a push forward.
All right. So the Lenormand gives us the fox.
Work.
And the home. Work at home.
Working on the home, perhaps? I can't rule that out. But I could also say here that, maybe you need to push forward to find that place, that job, that place you want to feel more comfortable in and safe and secure. Maybe it's time to put more of your efforts there. It could be saying that because the fox is about that, but the fox can also be about other things as well. Maybe this is also saying taking a clever approach to, what you need here, what you need in your life to feel more comfortable, safe, and secure.
Maybe Spirit wants you to know that some of what you want to accomplish could be something through your home environment, not necessarily working out of home, but maybe having the home as a center or central to something like that. Maybe it figures into these other things here because it just sort of indicates it's a target you have to be a little aggressive about and not necessarily get off target with it, and that it requires maybe thinking out of the box. So I'm wondering if it could be a possibility that, something is happening that maybe puts your home front in a central position for some of your ambitions or goals or situations like that. Yeah. So good luck.
So good luck with that. Good luck figuring it out if you're not sure.
Well, a lot of times Spirit Connection says, I think I know what this is about. So hopefully that'll be true.
Yeah.
right.
Oh, what a world we live in. Well,
Yeah.
Part of the problem is monopolies, Monopolies affect the food industry as well, big time, as we know. And when you have just one provider, there's not a lot of impetus to manage things well. I mean, where are people going to get their lettuce and stuff now? It's really kind of scary because, I don't know where we're headed. It's just really spooky stuff going on, that's all.
Gene, do we...
Lobbyists too, big pharma too, you got it.
Gene, do we have a question or type of reading you want with us? I'm looking for the list and I don't think I've seen it yet.
Yeah, I don't have your question.
Here it is. I see it. Thank you.
Okay, it is there?
Eyes, feelings, or intentions towards you.
Okay, we will get that on the list.
And Dr. Victor has arrived. Hi there.
Oh, hi, Dr. V. Yes, you've made it, so I'll get you on the list. Hang on. Okay, now I've got your question when your turn comes up, Jean. Thank you.
Well, it is Gene's turn, isn't it?
Oh, is it? Yes, it is.
Yeah, so I have it right here, so you don't have to copy it.
Okay, yes, it is. Let me get Dr. V on the list before I post
Yeah,
this.
you don't have to copy that. I have
right.
it right here. Alrighty.
Well, I did, Mr. Earl.
We are fine, Dr.
But
Victor. I hope
won't
you are
put it
too.
down. Thank you, Dr. V.
And I'm going to use my Ancestral Path Tarot for this reading. For Jean. Eyes, feelings, and intentions towards Jean. All right. Our first card is Justice Reversed. And the next card is the Hierophant Reversed. And then we come to the Queen of Cups upright.
That's nice. Huh. All right. The fish and the moon. All right.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting. Well, without a whole lot of context, something about I's feelings maybe feels like either they feel wronged in some way or they feel there's something unfair between you and them, perhaps.
Or imbalanced.
Imbalance could be that. But sometimes justice can talk about, people's perceptions of not fair treatment. I think it may not be exactly that.
Well, it's hard to say. I look at justice in a love reading and think to myself, there could be a power imbalance between the two of you in some way that needs to be addressed, And so if their intentions, are to control you or to dominate you, that would be a problem, at least from my perspective. You want more equal treatment. It's possible here it could be saying to me that I is trying to look at ways that maybe to make this relationship work in some way. If you even have one already. If you don't have one, they may be thinking and studying about whether, what?
Well, I'm not assuming that it's a love relationship.
Oh.
It just says eyes, intentions, and feelings.
Okay.
So, because you mentioned that. So, I'm just...
I'm looking at what you say there, and that sounds a little romantic there.
Okay. I until they said that, I didn't know that.
He doesn't know how I feel. I see. So he's feeling that. That makes sense to me in a way. That
Okay.
Justice card reversed. I think here he would like to change things up a little bit in some way. Now, take that for what it's worth here. I don't know if that means he's feeling intimidated by you and afraid to get too attached or close to you, or this could mean that he's trying to figure out alternative ways to work with this situation,
Well, cutting to the chase, of course, that Queen of Cups does sort of indicate that there is some strong emotionality going on in their feelings and or intentions.
Yeah. You mean with the Hierophant?
No, I cut to the chase is what I said with the Queen of Cups. I sort of bypassed the Hierophant.
Well, with the Queen of Cups, I would just say this. He's pretty he has feelings for you. That's the way I look at that card. He definitely has some genuine feelings for you here. He cares about you, you know? And so that's positive. That's the positive card in this here. The others are kind of, you know, up in the airish a little bit here for me. Mm-hmm. And when I look at the Lenormand isn't bad per se. He may be thinking he's counting his blessings for meeting somebody like you, because the moon is romance and the fish is abundance. And so I'm feeling here too that it could be just like, and it can also mean like business success and success in that way. And so he almost feels like in some ways you're somebody to be treasured out of the bunch of people out there.
Well, I think there's a strong romance or relationship potential here, but I'm drawn to the Hierophant being reversed, which indicates to me that maybe, at least at this time, there's not a sense of a more formal coupling, a marriage or something like that.
Or getting too deep.
Or maybe it says that they have an unconventional ideas or they're non-traditional about relationships. In other words, they would be the kind of person that could be in a long-standing relationship without a formality. And of course, that happens.
The only other thing I can warn you about with the Lenormand, there's another meaning to this combination of cards, in my opinion. And he might be trying to keep things open right now to explore other possibilities. You see, the fish can be about abundance. In other words, they're not ready to settle down yet. They're looking at others out there to see, you know, if there's somebody that they're more interested in, you know, and that's the moon for romance. And so I can't rule that out either here. I feel Mr. O touched on something with the Hierophant reversed, because when the Hierophant is upright, it could mean marriage. So what could it mean reversed? It could mean unconventional type relationships, you know, like maybe he wouldn't want to get married right away. He's looking for someplace he could live with someone, or just some kind of relationship that is steady but it is not serious. I mean, or it could be other types of alternatives. That's another possibility with the Hierophant card. But does he have feelings for you? Yes, I do think he has some genuine feelings and attraction to you. Oh, really? He thinks you choose career. Well, you know, I'm not going to get into that, but all I will say to you is don't sell out what you really want in life for that relationship, you know, unless that's truly all you want in life. If you want to have some semblance of career, then, you know, you've got to work it out with him or find somebody who's more interested in allowing for that. So that's what I would say. So yeah, see, that's where the power dynamic comes in too. You know, make sure you guys are on the same equilibrium here with what you both want out of life.
I have to agree. I get the feeling like, you know, now that I know more about this, I get strong feelings from the Hierophant and Justice Reverse too, that this indicates that they have some pretty much set in the way attitudes or feelings that are righteous for them perhaps. So it really would be a matter of figuring out over time if that will provide for a relationship that both agree to.
So what you just said there, so maybe that's why he wants to keep his options open and he's being coy with you right now, because he's looking for somebody who fits his mold of the perfect wife out there. So keep that in mind, you know, as you're moving forward here, Gene. And I think we got to cut it at that.
I agree.
But this was... What?
Nothing.
This was a very interesting
Yes, I
reading.
looked.
What? I'm going to slap you. Slap.
I won't say what it was.
Slap, slap, slap. Okay. So good luck with that. Yeah, there are very traditional sorts out there, absolutely. And so it's up to you, if you want to accept that lifestyle. I don't begrudge anybody the lifestyle they want, but I don't want them to sell themselves out for something that's going to make them unhappy further down the road. So keep that in mind, my friend. Good luck with that.
All right. You're welcome. Thank you, too.
Selima's up and wants a reading for job opportunities for the month of August and September. Hey, you're very welcome. Good luck to you. All right.
That's fine, country love. All right, so that's yours.
Ah, okay. I'll get that, country. Thank you. What? God. All right. All right. I'm going to use the Jeopardize Tarot. Brought that one back out. Which has a few little quirks. But I have a cheat sheet if we need it.
It's so true. We understand that, Jean.
The tarot can be sometimes hit and miss when we're dealing with people who aren't present. But, and some tarot readers will not do that. They feel like they're invading the space of the other person. But I'm not so sure that's true. Not so sure that's true. However, when you are dealing with other, when you are looking at the intentions of others, always take what we say with that grain of salt, because there could be an in-between here. Especially, since we're not connecting directly with them, we're connecting with them through you. So just something to think about. All right. It's the Knight of Cups reversed. Oh dear, the Star is reversed. And I mixed these up really good. And the Two of Swords is upright. How interesting.
And in the Lenormand, I have the Gentleman and the Anchor.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, this is about a job. Okay, I kind of, let's see how this goes. I think you're just, going to be feeling rather pessimistic. I'm focusing on that Star right now, and I get the feeling that you're going to be very pessimistic. And of course, with the Knight of Cups, your emotions, you've really got to kind of keep your head together and your heart together. They have to be working together. You can't get upset if you're not getting responses right away for jobs. If you're not finding jobs, don't stress out. Just keep yourself balanced and focused so you can keep trying. I feel here there's a lot of pessimism going on right now. And I'm really hoping, that this is really for the month of August more than September. I feel like at some point here, something's going to come along and you're going to have, I think you're really actually during this time period, you're going to have to be thinking about your strategy more and what you're hoping for out here and what you're looking for. I think here, the Two of Swords is telling you to pull back a little bit. So maybe the sooner you do that and figure out why you're feeling so, and maybe to figure out how to control yourself more and make sure that you are more optimistic and not feeling so pessimistic when you're looking for these jobs.
Right. The biggest factor for these next months in terms of that is being depressed about it or feeling that, you don't have hope here.
It's attitude, yeah.
Yeah, it's your attitude. And of course, it's very hard for us to say, well, you just need to pick yourself up. You need real-time things happening that can make you feel more confident or hopeful. So some of this could happen, but it doesn't look quite as well. It just seems like these next few weeks are not going to be your best periods of time. And I like what Banshee said, because that Two of Swords, that final card, really suggests that there's more information you need to take in, or more ways of trying to devise what your strategy or what your actions are going to be here. So this may be less about reacting to those factors you're seeing there and just trying to remain consistent with, pushing yourself where you can. You may not be able to do everything you need to do, but you can try to do what you still are able to do.
And with the Man and the Anchor, I feel something positive here. So I feel like you might be able to find a place to anchor yourself, because that could be you. That gentleman could be you, or it could be an employer giving you what you desire. So I think something could come your way, but I'm not feeling it really soon, just because of the nature of the first two cards. They were pretty grim. So I think you need to change your attitude. I think you need to work on, strategy more. And I think you need to, keep at it. Just keep at it and not get down about it, because there's a place out there. There is a place out there for you.
Well, it's very hard for so many of us in the economy. I don't know exactly where you're at, but economic and financial conditions are pretty rough. And that Anchor and the Man may just saying you need to hold on to what you still can, and hopefully it's going to move you through there. There's not a lot of growth happening in this time period, and you might have to just struggle until that does happen, I'm afraid. So good luck with that.
All right. All right, Libra's up, and Libra wants to know what's coming towards me. I believe it's Libra. Let me make sure about my list.
I'll find out.
Oh, I know that's the question. Oh, no. Where did that come from?
What's coming towards me? I see it.
Delete that and undo that.
All right. Hi, Libra.
Hi, Libra. I have your question. Don't worry. It's just I hit the wrong button at the wrong time. There we are. All right.
All right. What's coming towards Libra? And it's the Ten of Swords. It's upright. So there's kind of a situation you need to watch out for. There could be an indication of a personal enemy or a personal bad thing that could happen. It could be a stab in the back. It could be somebody basically coming out of left field and and you didn't realize it was going to happen, and it's not a good thing.
Absolutely got to watch your back, Libra. Ten of Swords is here, but once whatever happens, it's done. It's one and done, whatever it is. Whether it's a rejection of some sort, a rejection loan app, a rejection for a apartment, or a purchase of something, a new car, whatever the case may be. Once it's done, it's one and done. Or if it's just a backstabbing incident from friends, and maybe it's one and done because you realize who your true friends are and you decide to give that one tell them to take a hike.
All right, so why is this important? And it's the Chariot reversed, and it's important because it may really cause a delay, cause a disruption in your movement. It may actually cause you to retreat in certain ways. This could be something that makes you feel like you need to get out of that path, whatever that is.
Yeah. I think with the Chariot reversed, it's almost taking the wind out of your sails, so to speak. Your engine is sputtering, and I think here it's understandable, but we have to just keep trying and keep on keeping on. And there I go again saying that it's easier said than done. We all understand that, but try not to let it bring you down. Don't let it take the wind out of your sails to get done what you need to get done.
So where will this lead? And it's the Hierophant reversed.
Well, it's definitely changing the status quo. It's whatever this is, where it's heading is something changes, and it's changing like either your routine or the people you're with or some particular situation in your life might not quite be the same again. But ultimately, that may be a good thing.
Right. It seems like it's because of whatever that first card is, the betrayal or the sort of ending stroke of some sort here. It changes the status quo. It could be a big thing because it really feels with the Hierophant that sort of shakes up a world here. It may totally upset things. So do take care. And in the Lenormand, it's the Scythe and the Stork.
So if this was some new friendship or some new thing that you were trying, maybe some new company you were trying to work with, whether it was for whatever reasons, you need to cut them off. You need to cut that off. I would say that. And if it's not something like that, what this could be indicating is this whole thing and the way it's changing things, it's cutting you, it's stopping you from a new opportunity or new beginning you were hoping to, move forward with.
Right. So that looks like maybe the Lenormand kind of gave us that information that maybe this whole thing may be about a newer thing going on in your life, a new beginning. Maybe it's a new job. Maybe it's some other, situation you were moving towards, but it's probably not going to work out. It looks like, something's going to disrupt it. And I hope you can get through that.
So good luck with that, Libra.
Good luck, Libra. You're welcome.
Wish we had better news.
Yeah, I know.
All right, Kara.
It's Kara.
There it is. Ooh.
Oh, well.
Oh, no. Well, I hope he wouldn't do that. Well, that's a long way off, but I guess let's see what happens.
Away.
See what the cards say. Here you go, Mr. O. I will use this one.
You have to make it impossible for him to do that. Like maybe somehow you get a hold of the ticket he has, and then you're like, now make sure you pick me up.
Well, but then if he doesn't pick her up, she's just got the ticket.
Well, I mean, I'm just giving an idea. There could be some other ideas.
Well, let's see what the cards say about your brother in this. I know you... Is this one you have kind of a contentious relationship with of sorts?
You only have one brother, right?
Oh,
Do you
okay.
have other brothers?
Ah.
Ah, you have two. Okay, I wasn't sure. I had two brothers.
He would say 2 brothers too many.
No comments.
Okay. Maybe he wouldn't say that. Wow. Death is reversed.
He's a punk.
3 of Wands is upright, though. The 5 of Pentacles is reversed, so that's not bad.
Oh, poor Kara. You're the middle kid. I can actually relate in a way. I'm the middle of 3 boys. I have a sister at the end, but the 3 boys in the beginning, I'm the middle there.
And he'll never let it go.
That's right. All right. Here's the child. And the birds. The birds.
Oh my gosh.
Well, what a mixed bag here, eh?
Well, let's have a looky here. You know, the death card is interesting to me. I hope he doesn't drop the ball on it, you know. Number one, he doesn't get tickets or something like that. I could almost see him, you know, with this time frame just letting the time go by.
Or that's his excuse. Oh, I couldn't get the tickets.
Yeah, you know, there could be something else that stalls him out from doing this in the interim with you. I mean, I know how conventions are. Sometimes you just pay at the door, right? You just go in and, you know, like, for example, the comic conventions here and stuff like
normally.
that. So you don't have to buy tickets in advance per se. But I think here, you know, there might be something that stalls him or gets him stuck. I'm wondering about that. And it may be that it wasn't necessarily a slight to you, because it looks like he's really anticipating this. When I see the 3 of Wands here, I feel like, the only other thing I would say, if he's really cruel to you, Kara, he might be doing this because he knows you really want to go, and then he's going to back out. But I feel here he's like really anticipating this.
Well, it's not really very clear to me, because that 3 of Wands looks like that's an opportunity that he or you are both looking forward to.
Yeah.
And because you posed the question around him, it does sort of indicate that this is something I think he wants to do.
Yeah.
But then when I see that 5 of Cups afterwards, well,
no.
okay, it's reversed.
It's the 5 of Pentacles.
That's what I meant. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, it's reversed. So I'm almost thinking he maybe wants to mend some things with you in a way, right? Because that's what the 5 of Pentacles is all about here, reversed.
He looks at your relationship as inert or stagnant, and this is an opportunity to maybe pull things back together.
Oh, Mr. O.
He's a nice brother, right?
Yeah, you know, I really like that interpretation of the death card, because it really jives with what I'm feeling with the rest of the reading. It's possible here he wants to shake things up a little bit, that they've been stagnating. He realizes things don't go well between the two of you, and he wants to do this, and he wants things to get better.
And communication with the child card means that he has this next 6 or so months to work on, communicating with you and working this out. So I think the answer is that he's not going to do this because maybe it's more important on another level for him, i.e., trying to reconnect with you and or the family.
And you mean he is going to take her, but
yes.
not going to leave
he's
her hanging.
He's not going to mess you up.
Yeah. Boy, I hope it's true.
You heard it first.
I do feel like there's a growth going to happen here in communications. That's sort of what the Lenormand is telling me. And I might have taken a different look at that Lenormand if the cards were more negative, but they're not. They're not.
So you owe us an autographed picture of the coolest vampire there, whoever that is. I don't know.
Kidding, of course. Kidding, of course. So,
I hope you do get to go.
Yeah.
It sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah. So that's what we have for you. Interesting read, Ms. Kara. Good luck with that. We are on Love Lou, and that is one question I did not see.
Oh, that would be great. Yeah, we'll have fun watching.
Oh,
for that.
wow. That'd be cool, Kara.
Love Lou, do we have your question? You're welcome, Kara.
I mean, I may have missed it, but
I'm going to look for it.
So.
Nope. Nopey nope.
Okay.
Oh, there you are. Okay, well, just go ahead and give us your question.
Yeah, go ahead and give us your question, Love Lou. Because I don't have one. All right.
And I will just mention, we're back on Thursday night for TFT, Tarot for Today, After Dark. Come and see us Thursday. It's Eastern Standard Time. It's still a little light here, but it is basically 7 to 9 p.m. after dark. We will answer your questions just like we're doing here. Come early. If we don't get enough readings, sometimes it's slower Thursday night, we may close early. So just letting you know that. And I assume that Love Lou is writing out their questions, so I'll just mention another show, Goth Tarot. And Goth Tarot, this will be the 4th week, so there'll be a longer meditation that I usually do from the secret language of darkness as we kind of tie up all the situations about family loyalty. So check that out on Goth Tarot this Wednesday. Thank you.
Is it my deck or my...
It's my deck, I think.
Oh, why were these by me? Did you put them here?
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. I think it's my deck, though.
Okay. Wait a minute. Did we just do Kara?
Yeah.
That was my deck.
So it's my deck.
Hey, Zach. Well, you made it because we're a little slow with people today. I will add you.
All right. Hi, Zach. Okay, so Love Lou asks, what guidance are my angels giving me about my connection or feelings towards Tehun?
Okay.
And I'm using the Universal Folk Tarot for this reading.
All right.
Oh, no kidding. We thought it was a little different too. We weren't sure about it, but that's pretty much what we were seeing there. Spirit connections.
Okay, I guess I will do 2 in a row then because I used my cards for Kara's reading. And it was my deck.
Okay,
okay.
so
I'll
this
do
is
2
the
in a
reading
row
after
following.
Kara, right?
Yeah, and so...
You use your tarot, so I'm using mine. There. It's been a long day. It's okay.
My apologies to the O-Meister.
So I don't know if you want to address what Spirit Connection said.
I don't know what to tell you, but it may become clear, Spirit Connections, as I was saying. But something's going to need a little extra oomph or push from you. Yeah, do keep us posted if true.
Alrighty. So here we go for Love Lou. What guidance are my angels giving me about my connection or feelings towards Tehun? Alright. And our first one is the Ace of Cups upright. And then it's the Six of Wands, which is also upright. And then finally, it's the reversed King of Wands.
here. Again,
The
a lot of cutting going on today.
And the snake.
All right. Well, wow. On the surface, there is some positive stuff in the tarot here for the most part. You know, so you want to know their current feelings and intentions.
No, it's what guidance are my angels giving me about my connection with Tehun.
What are we on? We're on Love Lu. That's right. I went past it somehow. I'm sorry. Country Love, you are not up, lad. I don't know why I posted that. Love Lu is up. And there it is. You're right. I'm sorry. I got a little ahead of myself because of other stuff.
I know.
Thinking it was my deck. Okay.
So that's 2 strikes.
What guidance are my angels giving me about my connection or feelings towards Tehun? Actually, that could have been my reading. But I would say this. There's a lot of love in your heart for, towards your feelings towards Tehun. A lot of love in your heart. You're very open for something to happen here. And that is, positive. The 6 of Wands indicates to me, that you're hoping to achieve some kind of success here. And I think the angels see that very clearly, that you're hoping for a victory. You're hoping to achieve this relationship. That that Tehun will support you in what you want. But yet when I see the King of Wands reversed, I feel that's Tehun. And I feel here that they may be putting up roadblocks to this.
I will start at the beginning because I do feel that the Ace of Cups represents your angels saying to you, this is an opportunity, this is something that is beginning, that may have a strong romantic connection. And maybe what they want in terms of guidance is for you to feel the success of this already, for you to feel like this is already happening or that it will happen, to sort of have that very positive idea that this is something winnable by you. Now, I differ a little bit with that reverse king there, because I think this could be saying that the only thing that might work against you is totally believing in yourself, totally having that sense of confidence or the charisma you need to push forward with this goal. So your angels may be saying that's where you need to work, that you need to feel more confident about all of this.
I'm not going to go there.
It's guidance.
I said what I said.
Okay.
So,
the Lenormand.
Here's the guidance, though, too, with the Lenormand. The Psyche is saying you need to cut through anything that is deceiving you in some way. And I don't know what that would be here, Love Lu. I'm not sure if that's indicating to me that, cut through the deception that there's a chance at a relationship here, or cut through, or maybe this is about cutting through the deception that this is never going to happen. It's very up in the air for me, this reading. I feel differently about that King of Wands than he did, obviously. And so I'm not sure I can say that. The guidance is just saying, keep an open heart, okay? That's what I would suggest to you. Keep an open heart and mind, but, with these 6 of Wands here, he's got to be willing to support you and meet you halfway on this to achieve what you desire here. So I think here, do what you need to do, but I just feel he's kind of being obstinate right now, and or maybe he just doesn't have the confidence to approach the situation with you, if indeed he does have feelings towards you. But myself, I don't know why, I'm feeling those feelings there with the Ace of Cups are really coming from you.
All right, so when I look at the Lenormand, the guidance your angels may be saying is that if there is a chance that there are deceptions here, that maybe either of you are not being totally honest or honest enough with each other, then you have to get to the root of that. Is it you? Is it him? Are there things going on in the situation where you haven't really established a certain level of connection and or trust with each other? This could be what your angels want you to do, is figure out where that level of communication really stands for you guys. So good luck with that.
Well, good luck with that. We have to approach this again another time and see if, the cards are any clearer.
You're welcome.
That's sort of what I'm getting from this reading. I wish you luck with that. And I'm sorry I messed up in the beginning. Mr. O is going to chastise me mercilessly after the show.
No, you'll just have to take me to dinner or something.
All right. Country Love, you are up now.
All right. And you're welcome, Love Blue. Good luck.
And there's the question again. My apologies. And my deck. All right.
What are Danny's current feelings and intentions? Well, with Mercury retrograde, maybe they don't even know for sure. But I digress.
The retrograde. I can't wait till it's over. Maybe my head will clear. Using my owl deck.
So we may be in a position of ending a little early, it seems.
Don't jinx it. Man. Now everybody's going to say, oh, I want a reading. I want a reading. There's going to be people coming in now, and I'm going to blame you.
I'll close the list when I need to.
All right. So Danny's feelings and intentions. Well, you got the Knight of Pentacles here upright. The Knight.
All right.
Oh, this is so cute. Turn it upside down and look at it first. The Ace of Wands is reversed. It's so cute.
Oh, it is. It's very
All
cute.
the aces are baby owls, so it's really cute. And then you have the Three of Swords reversed. I like that.
All right, so I want to jump in because
I do too. But
Danny probably is going to be very consistent, but it might not be, like moving aggressively towards it. I think Danny wants to basically be there without being, pushing through your doors, whatever, but just moving along steadily with you or at a pace that would seem to be acceptable.
I think for this one we should have the Lenormand out too now.
All righty.
But I agree with him.
The list is not closed, Namera. We can put you on it.
See, you did it. You did it.
Yes.
Hi, Namira. We will add you, yes.
We will now close it, though.
No, we won't.
I'm kidding. All right, so the Lenormand, it's the dog. And the Sith again. The Sith is sort of slightly pulling away from the dog.
Why are we getting this so much?
I don't know.
It's so odd.
You're welcome, Namira.
Wow. I don't know what that could be.
We
All right.
gotcha.
Well, especially since of what I see here, I think this is really positive overall. Country Love. I feel here that Danny is a slow mover, like Mr. O said, and also, but he's very responsible and practical, and he really wants to do the right thing. I think you can depend on that. He's very dependable. I think here the Ace of Wands indicates to me, though, again, that he's wants to delay things a little bit. He's sort of like putting the brakes on something here that maybe you yourself want to get started, or maybe that even he is shooting for, but he's kind of stalling it in some way, or maybe there's outside factors.
Well, first of all, I didn't say that Danny is slow. I just said that.
I'm sorry.
I just think that he is consistent, and that could equate to going slow. It just says he's not in a rush. So I think I just want to clarify that a little bit.
No, that's right. And he's dependable and responsible is what I said. And that could be why he's taking things slow.
The Ace of Wands reverse sort of throws a little bit of a stumble into
does.
that, because it may be saying, too, that he hasn't quite felt for sure a level of confidence. He sort of has it, but he sort of hasn't totally felt that yet, and he feels he needs to feel a little more confident before he pushes a little bit more towards you, or is a little bit more sure about how he wants to approach you. So in other words, the slower approach, my words now, could be because he hasn't quite found his footing yet.
Well, what's really interesting to me is this Three of Swords, because reversed. Because, in traditional thing, he's healing
I like
from...
what you said there. Intentional. I like that.
He's healing from a it would be normally he's healing from a loss, he's recovering. But I feel this card here is saying to me that he's coming to terms with something. He's resolving something in his mind right now about you or the relationship, with you. So I sort of feel that is what's going on with the Three of Swords.
Right. A lot of times the Three of Swords reverse could talk about somebody who feels that they're recovering from a heartache, that they're healing or trying to heal. I don't know that to be exactly true in the context of this. It could just be saying that there are bruised feelings from other relationships that maybe has him at a little bit of an edge of sorts, and maybe that explains why the Ace of Wands is reversed, because maybe he does need to have more positive signs to encourage him sometimes.
Did you say an edge? Because is that why the 6th is here?
Oh dear.
So I don't know what this could be. There's something here with his intentions that's really a tough one for me. I mean, really, because the dog is about friendship, obviously. The dog is about comfort, or no, not comfort, but loyalty and companionship. And, the psych is showing kind of a cut here. Maybe he's trying to mend that cut. Maybe he's trying to, address that. Maybe he's trying to address maybe a space that's between you. The two of you, whatever it may be, some differences or some things that might keep you apart.
Well, there are things going on that are drawing you closer emotionally, but I think a lot of this has to be about you just sort of giving in a little bit to giving him his space. I think he's really gonna, be intentional at his own level, and I think the scythe says he's coming to terms with how he separates himself from the past and maybe embraces a better aspect of that Ace of Wands, trying to be more forward proponent. So the best thing you can do probably is just try to hold space there and be loyal and friendly as you can until you know otherwise. And maybe he's a real late bloomer.
Wow, well, so good luck with that. I hope that resonated.
I know you have. Well, we wish you good luck, country.
Good luck with that. Okay, I got the question.
And it's Garia.
It's who?
Gargia?
Yep. There it is.
All right, the deep connection with Varsha, but since she may be angry or dislikes me and her communication feels manipulative, should you continue talking to her or keep your distance? Okay, let's see.
It's yours, that's right.
I'm going to use the Barbieri Tarot again for this one.
Well, depending on the tarot cards, there's two ways I can read those Lenormand. So.
And Gajria, I appreciate you giving us that context there. That helps me.
Well, my hair is finally drying. Been playing with it all day.
All right, our first card
Yes.
is the Four of Pentacles, and it's upright. The second card is the reversed Seven of Cups. And then we also have the upright Temperance.
Oh. Might want to do a yes/no on this one, but
Yeah.
let's see here.
All right, so the heart, which of course indicates this is about feelings and
Not the
emotions.
scythe, but another contentious
The whip.
one, the whip. So let's
Should
take
you
a-
continue talking to Varsha, or should you keep your distance? The Four of Pentacles is a person that maybe wants to pull back a little bit or hold on to what they have. So this could be an indication of saying that maybe you'll want to wait until they make the next move of sorts.
Well, I think here the Four of Pentacles can also indicate a little bit about this this Varsha, that they could be a little bit self-oriented and selfish in a way. Maybe, they're looking out for their own interests. And maybe also the thing is, too, I can't rule out the fact here that they want to treat you like kind of one of their possessions here.
Ooh.
So I can't rule that out.
I feel that
I like
vibe.
what Mr. O said. I think here too there could be this whole idea of them wanting to hold on to you. So should you talk to them, should you not? When I see Temperance here, all I can say is you want to do what's right for your own peace of mind here. I think the Temperance card is really for you, that this is about, is if it's really frustrating talking to them and you really feel they are trying to manipulate you in some way, it may be that you will want to just let this one go. Whether they care about you or not, it sounds like it could be like an obsessive kind of power over relationship of some sort.
I agree with that, and I'm looking at that reverse Seven of Cups. Does that indicate that either of you are considering another choice of some sort or a different option of some sort? I think it's more for you maybe than Varsha.
Well, I don't know. I think she may have chosen you in some way, but I don't know that this is really healthy, because I'm really torn by that.
The whip in the heart.
Yeah, the whip in the heart. Because the whip in the heart indicates to me, don't move too fast on this one. Fast movement on this one could actually, aggressive movement might backfire. So you're going to want to, if you want to play along with this, you need to check this out more to see if she's trying to manipulate you and get something out of you rather than, really be an honest partner here. Or a friend, an honest friend.
A lot of this feels like maybe it is better for you to let them reveal themselves in certain ways, whether it is by something that they say to you or whether it's an actual action. And of course, in any situation where there is ongoing between you, you can't appear like you've totally pulled away. They might just decide you're done with them. So you have to find that balance. That's Temperance, between how you want to deal with them in terms of giving them too much information or too little, or leading them on or not leading them on, or enabling this behavior on their part, or questioning whether or not you can find ways to get around that behavior, to kind of call them out and force them to be more practical or realistic.
Yeah, I mean, this is a tough call for me because there's a couple things here that could indicate that maybe she just wants to possess you. Maybe that whip is about, her passion wanting to move this on. But if she's being manipulative and she's rubbing you, in all the wrong ways, then I would say that, right there, you should give this more thought. You should give this more thought and think about your peace of mind here and the kind of, person you want in your, in your life. So I wish you luck with that.
All right. Good luck. I agree.
Okay, we made it to Dr. V.
Hi, Dr. V.
At 3:33.
Nice. And we still have time to do a couple more readings.
Final outcome for D funding application. Okay.
Alrighty.
I'm going to use a symbolic tarot. It's nice big cards.
And I'll take that Lenormand back when you have a chance.
Oh, yeah, I just moved it out of the way, didn't I? There you go. Sorry. Got it. Yep, 333.
And next week, happy hour will be on its normal time of 10 a.m. So check us out next Saturday, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Come and get a reading with positivity and divine intention for you and your week ahead.
Well, it's the Two of Pentacles reversed we start with. That's funny, because following it is the Six of Pentacles upright.
Huh.
I know.
Yeah.
And the Hanged Man, or the Hanged One, is reversed. What you got, Mr. O?
The sippy cup, also known as the child. And, ooh, the coffin.
Ah,
Ah.
that
Indeed.
puts a damper on things. This is a real mixed bag. The Two of Pentacles reversed indicates a lack of balance here. Maybe people are not weighing things fairly. I could look at it that way, except the Six of Pentacles is here. So I almost think there is some people feel they are doing the right. Where's my. Okay. Whoever's, deciding this. Oh, gosh. Sorry, my knee just did something bad on me here. So whoever's doing this funding application is trying to be fair. I really believe that. When I see the Six of Pentacles up right here, I think they're trying to be fair. But so there may be something in the application that might be throwing it off, out of their consideration a little bit, or maybe marks against their consideration a little bit here.
I see that.
Yeah.
It may be that somebody else needs to do an edit on it of some sort, or maybe an update. If there was certain factors.
If there was a chance to do so.
Right.
Yeah.
But if anything changed significantly about the request or the application, it might have to be updated. But I feel that way, that something isn't quite balanced, and it could just be the verbiage, the technical writing of it. The Six of Pentacles does indicate that there seems to be a fairness going on here, and that probably there is a good consideration, bar that, technical possible problems there. The Hanged One reverse, I'm not exactly sure. I'm going to listen to you on that one.
I was mulling back and forth about that one, but looking at the trajectory of the cards, to me, seems to indicate that, you may have to let this one go. I almost feel like, this one may have to be let go. The Hanged Man comes off the tree. They make their decision, and I don't think it's in favor of this. And why? Because it's leading right to the Lenormand here, and the Lenormand is indicating that there's an end to growth here. There's an end to growth here. It's not going to... So in other words, to me, it sort of indicates it's not going to go anywhere.
I like that. I
mean, we don't like it, but you like it.
I mean, I like the interpretation. I think that works now. There's an attempt to be fair or honest about how they see it going here, but ultimately, somehow somebody feels it's not the right one to go forward, or that there's some problem with it. And maybe if there was an expectation that something would grow more from this, they're not seeing that possibility. I think that's what the coffin and the child are.
So I'm not that hopeful about this one, Dr. V, and I wish I had better news for you. But good luck with that. I don't think we need to do a yes/no, because really, right there, that when I saw that coffin come up, I'm like, oh, not a good thing.
It seems like there might be some talk about it, but ultimately it's not going to work out.
Well, Rowan, do you want to add Rowan? It's pretty late.
Yeah, sure. Let's just do that. Close the list.
Put the note up now. We were a little short of people today, Rowan, but we've been taking our time, so we're going to close the list right after you.
We will add you.
So you're lucky you got in today. It happens to be a slow day for once. Okay, Zach, and you've got a question for us, or did you post it? I missed that earlier.
I'll look. General.
Oh, General. Okay,
right.
thank you, Zach. And your deck, I'll take my cards back.
Is it my deck?
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Those giant cards are mine. You like them?
I like them. This is the symbolic one?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And I'm going to use my Incubus Tarot.
Like I said, it makes me want to bring out that other deck that we use for the WTF shows. Because it's similar symbolic, with just symbols on it.
All right, general reading. And it's the Three of Swords reversed. Thank you, Rowan. And it's Strength upright. And it's the Ten of Wands upright.
Okay. I like this, Zach, for you. Let's see if the Lenormand will add to this. Oh, we haven't seen that today, I don't think.
The Lily.
See, there are other things in here. We've been pulling a lot of the same ones, but look at this. Oh.
And the Ring. All right.
So, Zach. This is a time, well, you are like fully recovered, in my opinion. Maybe you still feel there's some things you have to go through emotionally. I don't know if this has to do with your mom's passing still, or other things that have been going on in your life, but it just seems as though you're ready now to open your heart again to new adventures, to enjoying life once more, to experiencing life once more. And I think here the Strength card is indicating, This is a time to be gentle with yourself and the world around you and to approach it softly. You know, you don't have to approach it now with a lot of gusto and I'm going to get moving and I'm going to get things done now and I'm going to just be marching forward and progress, progress, progress. No, this is like enjoying life and taking it slow, taking it easy, and taking it as it comes, so to speak.
Right. Your life is moving into a perhaps new direction. You're sort of, like Banshee said, opening up your heart again, or you're feeling like your heart has been feeling a lot better and you feel the strength of your heart. And you realize now, too, I think, that going forward, there are other situations that you have to deal with now, that there may have been some other situations in your life that you were putting aside while you dealt with grief or with other expectations about yourself, but now you may have to deal with some real practical aspects. Some of those could be just normal things like making sure you have your livelihood set up, or investigating where you're going with friendship circles or with education or things like that. You have a lot to consider moving forward, and it's all about really expanding yourself and growing.
Yeah, and when I see that Ten of Wands at the end, I feel here that there is nothing you can't hold on to and tackle here. The Ten of Wands is about challenges, struggles, or burdens that you may carry. But you have put yourself in the position now that you can carry that. You can carry those, whatever responsibilities or challenges you must face ahead. You're pretty set and ready to face them head on. And commit to that. Commit to growth. Commit to growth is what the Lenormand is saying. Mm-hmm. Commit to the fact that life isn't meant to be easy, but life isn't meant to be lived to the fullest. So you take those challenges and you take the good things in life and, you work through them. You work through them with a positive attitude.
Can't say any more. That's what we have for you.
That was a great reading, Zach, I think.
Yeah, that was a really good reading for you, Zach. So good luck
with that.
And we'll see you next time.
Namira wants to know what's coming for the week ahead.
Alrighty. And that's going to be your reading, or your cards.
Yep. And there it is. What's coming for the week ahead is Mercury's going direct.
Yay!
Woohoo! So I gotta say, I'm a happy camper. I will use this one today.
I thought that was a really nice reading. I hope you like it. Thank you.
Challenges don't have to be struggles. It's all about the mindset, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, for the week ahead. Well, you start with the Hermit upright. Wow, another major arcana. You've got Justice upright. And another major arcana. What? But this is the Devil upright. Darn Mercury retrograde. It's still in effect for a lot of the week, of course.
And the Clover. Wow. And the Sun.
Wow.
So you're going to have a great week is what it looks like.
Well,
for the most part.
Except for that Devil.
Except for the Devil.
Maybe you don't have to do much this week. That's it. Okay, but there's different things I can interpret here with the Devil in the reading because of the very nature of these other cards. So let's take a look at this. The Hermit right now says, hey, this might be a good week for you to make sure you have enough time for yourself this week, to do some self-reflection, to do some meditation, to maybe, even just quiet and still the mind. Sometimes with all the craziness going on, we need to put ourselves in a place so that we can achieve more balance. Balance in our life, in our affairs in the week ahead. And if you are anticipating something happening in this week ahead, that could upset your balance, then make sure, you're doing something to try to keep things steady. I'll stop with those two.
Well, not only does the Hermit card mean that maybe you want to put time aside for yourself and maybe go very introspective, deep diving, but it could also mean, too, that you're here in a way to share some of this and to realize that maybe there's someone who can benefit from information, knowledge, wisdom, or support that you might be able to give them. So this is also about how you connect with others to share a part of yourself that is beneficial to you. Now with Justice, I sort of see that playing into that for the same reasons, because this is saying really there's a lot of things that are about fairness right now for you, about the balance of your life versus maybe how you display that for others. So maybe you are modeling this behavior, the combination of the Hermit and the Justice, showing somebody who needs to know this stuff too.
Very good. But you know what? I just thought of something with the Justice card and the Hermit combo here. And when I say you need to step back and kind of reflect on things in your life right now, or where things are headed for you in this week ahead, is because not everything is black and white. It's right there on the card, right?
Oh,
Not everything is one way or the other way. There may be some fungibility here that you need to think about and reflect on more. And it's interesting the Devil is here. And you know what? If I just took that Hermit card and that Devil card together, I would say you really want to indulge in time for yourself right now. You almost want to just attach yourself to that in a way, and maybe you would derive some great pleasure out of that too, because the Devil, on a positive level when it's upright, can be about experiencing pleasure in life right now. So, to find the balance and stability, like I had initially said, and pulling yourself back may bring you that joy and pleasure that you seek right now.
Well, the Justice card and the Devil have aspects of binary qualities about them, male, female, right, wrong, that kind of thing. So when I pull those together too, I almost feel like this is saying you're coming to terms, I think, with where you've seen your own codependencies lie. And it's not necessarily a codependency behavior with other people, but maybe just about your life, how you may let some things in your life pull you into that codependency. And so that's why the Hermit's here too, because this is a week where you're able to reflect on those things and maybe make course adjustments and realize that it's okay to be selfish for yourself, but it's also okay to be selfish for other people too. I know it sounds like a paradox, but it's not.
The sun speaks of success and the clover speaks of luck. And I feel something good could just come out of this, for you. If nothing else, it could be saying with the sun here that doing this will uplift your spirit, will uplift you in a way and lead to more fortunate things coming your way. We can open the door to good luck in our lives by timing things just right. And maybe this week is a time to pull back a little bit and withdraw within rather than do something, outward. Success comes to us in surprising ways sometimes,
I love it. I like all of that there. I think that does add to that. And I think that the astrological aspects of this next week are probably going to be really big for you. I don't know why, but I get the feeling like everything just really falls into place for you over this next week or so. So good luck with that.
Wow, good luck with that, Namira. Interesting and nice read, actually. I like it.
Alrighty. And we're in
then we'll close us out.
final reading for Rowan, General Guidance.
All right.
It was beautiful. Thank you.
You're welcome, Nora. Okay. Oh, my hair. Gotta comb it out now when I'm done.
And I'm using my Nefertiti Tarot.
I took the shower an hour before the show, and for my hair to dry naturally is still a little damp in
My
bad.
mom had hair like yours. It would never dry.
It just never dries.
General guidance. The King of Wands is upright. The Queen of Swords is upright. The Three of Coins is reversed.
So King of Wands upright, I see him. Queen of Swords upright, and the what of reversed?
Three of Coins.
Three of Coins, there it is. Three of Coins reversed. Ah, that's interesting. Here you go. The mice.
And the Sun.
And the Sun. The Sun is back, and that's a good thing.
It's a
All
good
right.
position for that.
So, this is a week to move confidently forward with any moves, choices, or decisions that you need to make. You seem to be in the right headspace this week, maybe in the next week or two, to make appropriate good decisions for yourself, and they will serve you well. I think here the King of Wands is saying, don't doubt yourself here. Move with courage and confidence forward. If you feel a little intimidated by something, check yourself. Ask what inside of you is making you feel that way. Because it seems here you're going to make the right moves at the right time, the right choices, the right decisions to me. The Three of Pentacles reversed might be indicating to me that not everybody might be on the same page with what you want to do or decide here, but that's too bad. In my opinion, that's just too bad. I think here you've got to do what's right for you. You don't want to do anything to hurt anybody, but you're not going to let other people dictate what you feel you need to do.
You're really feeling very confident, or what is going on for you this week really invokes the feeling of pressing forward confidently and maybe adding your own sense of attraction to this, that this feels like this is something you really want to speak up for. I don't know if it's, about employment or what it is, but whatever you're trying to achieve, you're only limited by how confident you can feel, and it seems like everything is inspiring you. And it seems like it's about a decision, like Banshee said. It may be really pressing an advantage you have felt or have actually pulled to yourself, that maybe the King of Wands says you went out and you sort of took this opportunity or advantage and made it your own. And now, as the Queen of Swords, you're able to really fully move this here, and your confidence is still reigning forth here. You feel like it's really strong, and it's in turn inspiring others. So with that Three of Coins there, I like what Banshee said. It could be saying that you're sort of just moving on your own despite what others may say about that. It could be saying in a minor way too that you don't necessarily have to follow a standard that maybe is going on here, that if any of this was involving collaboration or partnership, you might have to just really kind of vault yourself ahead because you're so confident and your projection of power is so strong, you may be able to just pull it off on your own.
And the other thing that might be indicating is maybe this is a workplace issue, or an issue of maybe something that you were going to do with other people. But we all have our own ways of doing things, and if people are trying to force something on you, you have a right to say no. I think here too, the sun is shining on the mice, and that's a good thing here. because with the sun shining on the mice, that's indicating to me that any kind of, if you're struggling with yourself about this decision that you have to make, for example, you're kind of, doubting yourself. The sun is saying, no, you need to go for it. The sun is saying there will be success because you are in the right headspace here to make the right move for yourself.
So I think that the sun and the mice could also be indicating that most of the situation was about you realizing you had to find a way to power through some small difficulties that weren't the worst, but just needed to really be addressed. And those King and Queen energies, maybe combined with the 3 reversed here, just said you were just going to, what's the word? Commando down on it. You just power down on it and do it.
Down on it. So that's what we have for you. Good luck with that. Wow.
All right.
We are done at 3. Wow, you're right. 2 minutes early we ended, Mr. O.
Woohoo!
On a Sunday. That's pretty amazing. But of course, some people didn't show, and that happens. So want to thank everybody who came out today, and hope
Does it make sense? Great. Thank you.
Okay, cool. Hope you enjoyed the readings, and we hope to see you next time. Take care and have a great week ahead. And remember, Mercury is going direct this week on the 23rd.
Isn't that great?
We'll see you soon, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye for now.